In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important topic, and those are your emails. Even if you think that your emails are great and they're going to the right place, I recommend you to listen to this video all the way to the end and also use the tools that I will suggest just to make sure that your emails are really going to the right place. It's very common that we are working with our clients, our new clients, I would say, and they will have problems with their emails and they didn't even know about it. And that means that half of the emails that they're sending on a daily basis go to spam, while they think that the clients are actually ignoring them. Very sad. Please take action, okay? Now, if during this video you find this video helpful, thumbs up is always appreciated. Let's dive into point number one. Point number one will be your IP reputation. When you're sending emails, the emails will be sent using a specific IP or IP range. This IP represents you. This is the social insurance number of your outgoing emails. If the IP has a problem, it will automatically affect the emails that you're sending. There can be two groups of emails. One group will be your mass emails using Zoho campaigns, MailChimp. It doesn't really matter. Those emails that you're sending in mass are probably using a shared IP that's being used by thousands of companies. If some of those companies are sending spam emails or doing something that is not kosher, it will automatically affect the IP that you are also sending from, and therefore you will also have deliverability problems, even though you did everything great. So it's important that you will check your domain reputation. The easiest way is to connect with the company that you are sending emails from, Salesforce, Zoho, MailChimp, it doesn't matter. You need to know the IP, and you will need to enter the IP into a tool such as MXToolbox.com that I will share the link in the description below. You will need to go to the super tool, and then you will click here and you will select here the email deliverability on the bottom. You will need to send an email to this address shown here. Then you will need to enter your email address in question, and then you click on search. Once it's analyzed, you will get here the report. In this case, I created a small problem so you can see how a problem looks like. First of all, you will see the spam list. You can see that my email is not in the spam list. You can see that I have a DMARC and everything is good. The test arrived to the right place, but you can see here in red that I have a problem with the SPF, okay? And the SPF here saying that I have too many included lookups, which means you can see that I have many of them. Of course, after this session, I'm going to fix it. That was just to show you how an error looks like. You will get some kind of a small X beside it. Otherwise, all the rest is supposed to be good, and you need to see no errors in your domain. If you see any errors here, you have few options to fix it. One, if you know what to do, fix it immediately. Don't think about it. If you do not have someone to help you, contact your hosting provider. Usually they will be a free access. If you are on Zoho, call Zoho, ask for help. If you're stuck and no one can help you, you really tried all the free options and you can't, you can use me or you can use other companies, but you need to fix those problems. Everything here is supposed to be empty and clean. Point number two is a difficult problem. It's something that not supposed to be done. It's first of all, it's illegal, but it's being done by companies all the time, and this is why I'm going to address it. Companies will buy email lists from different sources, and they will try to cold email, send emails to those people even though they do not have permission to do it, and that's really illegal. There are few problems with this approach, but if you still want to do it, after I will tell you the problems, I will also tell you what to do if you decided that you still want to go ahead and do it. The main problem with sending emails to people that don't know you is that they will not read your emails. And when they are not reading your emails or maybe clicking on report spam, your emails, basically your IP, is going to be penalized, and therefore all the emails that you're going to send will go to spam. This is a big problem for the reputation of your email. If you still want to do it and you still want to send cold emails, I would probably create a different domain. So let's say if my domain is amazingbusinessresults.com, I would create another domain, amazingbusinessresultsmarketing.com, which is a completely different domain, and I will send the emails from this domain. The reason is that if people will click on report spam and your main domain is being blocked, your company cannot operate anymore, because now your domain will be blacklisted and all the emails that you're going to send are going to the spam. Huge problem. So therefore I prefer to separate the domain to a different domain or maybe a subdomain, but for sure I wouldn't send it to from my main email. Okay, so this is the problem and this is how to deal with it. Another thing that you can do if you decide to send cold emails, there are paid services that you can send them your list and they will filter which emails are real emails. Because from my experience, most of the lists that you're buying, they are not really that accurate. Some of them are relatively old and people are no longer working in the company in the same positions. So you're buying basically, let's say 80% or 70%. But the problem is when you're sending emails, those emails will bounce, and therefore email servers will know that you are basically trying to send cold emails, and that will damage your reputation. So probably you want to take the list, you send it to a third party that will examine the emails, and if everything is good, all good, send the emails. Now when you're sending the emails, also try to send them in small chunks, not to the entire list, because if you will have lots of bounces, that will damage your IP. Okay, we're always going back to the IP, and if you damage the IP, you're screwed. It's not good. The next point will be your SPF and DKIM. On my channel, I have tons of videos about SPF and DKIM and the reason that you need to do it. Bottom line, when you're sending emails from a remote system, it doesn't matter if it's Zoho or any other system, you need to verify that you are who you say you are, that you own the domain. Otherwise, I can load your domain on my system and I can send email on your behalf. Now, of course, if I will do it, the emails will go to spam. But because you own the domain, you need to configure DKIM and SPF to prove that you are really you. And that's something that we see every day, all the time, and companies are not doing that. And therefore, the emails are going to spam. Such a waste. Okay? You work very hard, but you cannot monetize it. Or you think that your salespeople are sending emails while the emails go to spam. Such a waste. Configure your SPF and DKIM everywhere that you should. Next, you will have your sender score. Every sender will have some kind of a score. The score will be related to the activities that you're doing as a user. There are multiple tools. There are about 5 websites that I'm going to list in the description below, and they will help you determine what is the score of your email. Okay? For example, with sender score, if you run it and you provide them the information here, you will be able to see the score, and the score goes from 0 to 100. Every website is working in a different way. The next point is about your reports. When you're sending emails, you will get some kind of a report of how many emails were sent, how many were delivered, how many bounced. It's very, very important that you will fix all your bounced emails. Each email that is bouncing needs to be fixed. There are two options for a bounced email. One, the email bounced because the person is no longer there, and that's fine. Just remove the record. Don't send it again. Another problem is that sometimes there is a spelling mistake, and that's very common. Okay? So fix the bounced emails. The more you send to the bounced emails, the more it will impact your domain IP. This is very important, that you will fix all your bounces, 100% of them. So the next time that you are going to deliver emails, you will have no bounce emails. The next point is about where you're sending emails from. If you're sending your emails from info@domain name, sales@domain name, support@domain name, there is a good chance that spam filters will catch your emails, or they will go to the promotional folder. So it's important that when you're sending emails, try to use individual names, people, and therefore the result will be better than using those general info, sales, support, office, and so on emails. The next point is about quality. Quality versus quantity. In the old days, and people still live in the old days, the game was quantity. How big is your list? 600,000. Wow, that's amazing. 500,000. Great. 1 million. Awesome. This game is not supposed to be played anymore. The game's supposed to be quality. How good is your list? What is the deliverability? What is the open rate? What's the conversion rate? If the people that's getting your email are real people looking forward to receive content from you, and that's what matters. If you will have a big list of people that are real people, that's awesome. But in most cases, people will have a small list of real people and a huge list of not real people. And therefore, the not real people will not open the emails. Mail systems will understand that there is a problem here, and therefore also the real people will not get the emails delivered to them, because the reputation will go down. So it's important that you concentrate on quality and not quantity. You have two options to go with quality and not quantity. Option number one is, first of all, do not use cold emails. Use only real emails. And the second thing is, whenever you are loading real emails to your system using different forms, or something that you give them, or maybe your contact us page, try to make sure that they are opt-in. I know that most people, most businesses don't want to use the double opt-in or single opt-in, which means the user will get an email saying, do you allow amazing business results to send you emails? If he's saying yes, only then he will be added to the list. In this case, you will have for sure less people interested, but the people that are interested are real people that want to receive content from you. And it's very, very important that you will deliver to people that wants content from you, because the deliverability will be higher, the conversion will be higher, the open rate will be higher, because it's people that actually want your content and it's not general. The next point is about schedule. When you're sending emails, mass emails, try to schedule them. The minimum will be once a week. So if it's less than once a week, you're in a bad place, because you're bothering your audience. Do not send mass emails more than once a week, unless it's a very urgent drip campaign, very centralized to a new lead or something like that. If it's common to your general list, you need to send once a week or maybe more. I prefer even once a month, and therefore probably people will not remove you from their list. Now, when you're sending the emails, make sure that you collect during the waiting time, which means, let's say 1 month, 1 week. You collect enough information, create an awesome email that will convert, and send it. Therefore, if you do it, the email will not be an emotional email. Just send for the sake of sending. Sending needs to have some kind of a goal. Why do you send this mess email? And you need to understand that every email will have only one action. You cannot have 5 different offers in an email. You can have one offer and concentrate all the efforts of this email into this one offer or this one value that you're going to give your audience. And then when someone will get this email, there is a chance that in the first 3 seconds, some keyword in the email or a picture will capture his attention, and then he will spend more time reading the email. But if you bombard it with too much information, the chances of conversion will go lower dramatically. The next point will be about your reports. When you're sending mass emails, you will have some kind of a report. You will know how many people read your email, how many opened it, how many clicked on the links, how many downloaded the PDF that you had. The bottom line is you need to start analyzing the results of your emails. So the next email that you are going to send will have better results. You can send 5 different types of emails, and you will see that each one of them will have different statistics. And the bottom line is you want to stick with the winners and refine the winners more and more until you're getting the best results you can get. A very common question is, what is a good result? For open rate or click rate, there is no number, because in my business, with my audience, that my audience is very close to me. I know tons of my clients by name. My audience will open my emails because I know them. But maybe in other business, the audience is just cold, and the chance that they will click on a link is very small. So every business has different numbers. So I cannot give you the numbers, but you need to experiment and you need to try to get the best numbers for your audience and your business. A very common mistake is that people sending emails and trying to sell all the time. Not every email is supposed to sell. You need to provide value and more value and more value, and then you send an offer. You send another value, another value, another value, and one offer. Hopefully, the value that you're trying to provide in the other emails will generate some trust and some reciprocity, that the person will feel obligated to buy from you because you helped him in a different thing, and therefore he will try to buy the offer. So it's very important not to sell all the time. Give some value and more value and more value, usually in a 3-to-1 ratio, and only then eat with a nice offer. And the offer, because it's the 4th email, have an unbeatable offer. Don't waste your email. Give an unbeatable offer that the person on the other side cannot refuse, because you have only one shot. The next point is about the emails. When you're sending emails, imagine that you're on the other side. It's very common that I will show garbage emails to my clients that they are sending to their clients, and I will ask my client, would you read this garbage email? And the client will say, no, but I'm not my client. Wrong, wrong, wrong. When you're getting an email, you need to be the one who is reading it and seeing yourself as your client. And you need to be happy with what you received and the offer and the email and the content. Today, 2021, people don't read. I know it's shocking. People don't read. You can have title to the email, you can have a small paragraph, and after this paragraph, you can have a video. So it's a thumbnail with a play button on it, click, takes you to YouTube. That's it. This email is a winner. People don't want to read. All the big emails, tons of content. It's good for your content writer to make some money. It's not good for you as a business owner. So take it easy on the emails. Have an email that you will feel comfortable reading. The last point is about the from email. When you're sending emails, try to inject your company name or your brand name into the from. So if you have, for example, in my case, Lior Isaac, in my case, Lior Isaac is the brand name because I'm branding myself as the brand. But in your case, let's say your company is toothpicks. So the name will be Lior Isaac -toothpicks. So people will know which brand is sending them the emails. And therefore, they will tend to open them because they subscribed and they wanted to see the emails. That's it. Short video. I'm joking. It's long. But anyway, try to take action on those items. I promise you more deliverability and also better results. If you like the video, thumbs up is always appreciated. If you have any comments, shoot them in the comments below. I will see you in the next video.